Hello guys, this is the Rohit and this is the another day of my English speaking practice, and if I talk about the exact day, it is my 108th day of my speaking practice. Yes. So there is one thing I want to tell you genuinely. If you are thinking about the consistency or a talent, there are two things are we all people face: consistency or talent. If you have talent, you can way to go. If you don't have talent, but if you are consistent, whatever you want to do in your life and whatever you want to achieve in your life, but if you are consistent on or towards your goal, whatever may be, you will be there definitely. Because I genuinely want to share with you, because I'm a lawyer. I just started my litigation practice. Because of why I'm saying this, I just started my litigation practice because earlier I was a corporate lawyer, so there was no communication or something in the court because I was working as an AR for the company. That was the NBFC. So I was working as an AR. So I didn't have to say, much in the court before the judge. So this is why, I was thinking at that time, like, there is no need to learn English. This is why I didn't focus on English earlier. And when I realize this is not the kind of job, I am not made for this job. This was my honest answer to me. I don't, follow other words. I only follow my inner voice and what I want to do in my life, because this is the one and only life you are living, and we can't, hope about the second life. So, this is why I don't want to do any job which I don't want to do it. In corporate job, most of the seniors, even sometimes your colleagues who are loved ones from your seniors, they started misbehave with you, and they sometimes, I don't want to share with you each and everything, but sometimes you will face if you are doing job. Let me know in the comment box and what you are facing and how your senior treat you. Okay, so share me in the comment box. I also want to know, because I quit my corporate job because of my senior, because my senior was my reporting manager was really really kind of person. There was nothing in my hand, otherwise I will slap on his face. I want to, I wanted to smash his face, but there is nothing in my hand, so I controlled myself. Whenever he called me, he used to say to me, how can you work? You are not made for this and that, because he is a kind of person who only demotivate their employees. And this is why I hated him. Not now, because there is no connection between us, so I don't care about anything or anyone now. This is why I quit this job, because of there are something in my mind. And I'm making this video. Yes, I was talking about the consistency more important. You know what, why? Because i was I am a kind of person who don't want to, speak much. Or I can say, if you are asking me anything, I can reply to you. Otherwise, I am not going to ask you anything if I don't want to. Okay. This is how, and there is experience I want to tell you. Even I am making this video because of I don't edit my video. This is why I take some pauses. And if you are, might be possible, if you think like I get pauses, and you are not a kind of person who are, you know pretended to be fluent or something. I am not fluent, I know. I am a beginner. But there is one thing in my, I can say, there is one thing I have, that is consistency. And this is how, with the help of this consistency, not talent, because I am from the Hindi background, not English background. So, there one thing, you know, happened with me because of the consistency. I used to, appear in the court, and I used to use Hindi while, arguing and submission. At the time of submission in the court, I used to say in Hindi anything before the judge in the court. But from sometimes before 1 month or 15 months, I started argue and give submission only in English before the judge. I feel sometimes, what if I did mistake? Then I think in my mind, let's see, let's make mistake. And I know I am not going to say anything. I There is one thing in my mind, that is clarity on which topic, on which facts I am going to, going to give submission before the judge, and on what topic I am going to argue. And I also make my diary, I can say, in which I write some questions. On these questions, on the basis of this question, I am going to argue and give submission in the court. And this is how I started using English before the judge. If you are newcomer in this profession, you are not even, you know because sometimes, if I talk about myself, I am not talking about to you. When I was, came in this profession, I knew it, and I know, I remember, I was not able to speak any word in my mother tongue as well. Because we feel like there is so much pressure in the courtroom, because most of the lawyers are sitting behind you, and you are only one person. There is something glitch in my phone. I will just continue this video. Wait. Yes, about what I was talking to you. Yes, there is only you are standing and arguing with your opposite counsel and some giving submission before the judge, and they are most of the senior advocates are sitting behind you and watching you, what you are saying, and what how what how you are pretended to be confident or something. And this point, newcomers who don't have the background support or something, who feels like, what if I did mistake, and they think in a you know their mind, they think in their mind, yes, this would be the correct sentence I just framed. I also used to think like this, but bef- before sometimes, I don't care about this. It doesn't matter to me. There is one thing I only care about: to give submission, why I am standing in the court before the judge. If Because if there is something in my mind I want to share with you, like, even they are most of the lawyers, most of the senior lawyers sitting behind you and watching you, what are you saying? Okay, but they don't know about your case, they don't know about your stage, they don't even care about your submission or something. They only, because of they are waiting for their turn, this is why they are watching you. But they are not going to judge you after the call of them matter, their matter, I can say. Okay, so this is why I think practically before some time, and earlier I did mistake, these kinds of mistake. This is why I'm saying to you, and I started using English. And if I talk about today, this would be funny for you, but not for me. There is something, I have returned the parcel which I have received yesterday. Because of some reason I returned the parcel, but there is no amount reflected in my account as return. And the parcel has successfully picked up, showing on the app, but there is no amount credited into my bank. So I called the customer care and used the language English. And genuinely I want to share with you, I talked to him, talked to her, sorry, because she was a girl, she is a girl. I was talking to her at that point of time. And genuinely, I'm saying this is the first time I talk over the call. I don't know, because she was unknown for me. And I talk over the call and I express my, reason why I am calling you. And she ensure me to cure my query. Okay, query I can say. But this is the first time I started using English. Whenever I feel like, yes, it is the time to use English. Because English is not a kind of thing, if you are not using, you will be not getting better. If you want to be get better, you have to pretend to be better, even you if you are not, even if you are not. But if you want to speak, if you want to communicate, you have to speak. If you are not speaking with anyone, because I was thinking at that point of time, customer care don't know me, then why would I care about him or her? I should speak her, I should start speaking with her, so that I can open. Sometimes I take pauses like this, because sometimes I get stuck in my mind, and my mind get free sometimes, and it doesn't respond. Because if mind is not giving words to my tongue, then tongue also used to get silent. And this is why these kind of awkward silence I face sometimes. If I talk about my day, because there was matter listed today at the Saket Court, and I was at the Saket Court on the time. I reached Saket Court on the time, and attending the matter after, because I argue already. I shared with you. I argue in English in this matter, not exactly argue, but I gave submission in English before the judge in that matter. Okay, after doing that kind of my work, I came to my room. Yes, earlier I came to my room, and there was my friend who was waiting for me, and I went with him for, I can say, how can I say, we went for a walk. Yes, we went for a walk at the garden, and after having something enjoyment there, I, or I can say, we came back and have in my lunch butter naan. And then I came to my room. I reached to my room, and then I started watching reels. and started wasting time on Instagram. And there is something in my mind, I was thinking in my mind, and now I am also thinking in my mind to, there are so many video I have shot earlier, but I didn't edit till now. And I am just thinking to edit that kind of video so that I can upload. Okay, I am thinking like this, but I was just kept watching reels. I was not stopping. When I see a motivational video on, Instagram reel, I just close the Instagram app and just open the camera and start speaking. So I was thinking like, when, because there is headache in my head. I am so tired. I am genuinely sharing to you, I am so tired. So bye, see you tomorrow, bye.